Hi, my name is Robert, and I am the STEM librarian here at the university. Today I'm going to give you some information about the resources and services that the library offers to help with your studies, that is, for your research, your projects, and your assignments. Okay, so let's get started.
So right in front of you, you'll see the library website. The library website is a good starting point when you're searching for information. To access the library website, you can go to any search engine like Google, Bing, Yahoo, DuckDuckGo, and just type in CSUF library and the first link will most likely bring you over to here. So what I'm going to do is just navigate around the library website and show you some of the resources and services that it offers. For instance, on the top right, you see a search button. If you click on that, a search box will appear, and there you can type in your keywords to conduct a search. You can select Cite, and that will search the library website, or CSUF, and that will search the whole CSUF site. So if you're searching for student software, type in student software. Click on search, and here you'll see all the links that have those keywords. Now I'm looking for student software, that is free software available for students. And here I'll see software, Division of Information Technology, student software. Let me just click on this one. So here you'll have all the free softwares for students to download. For instance, the Adobe Creative Cloud, if you click on here, this will provide you information about the different types of software this software contains. The Adobe Creative Cloud contains Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, etc. If I go back, and I just want to mention this one here, it's called Grammarly@edu. If you download this software, it allows you to check your papers, where you can drag and drop your paper to the software and it automatically scans the keywords for grammatical and spelling errors. So this one might be very useful. And there's others as well. If I go back, so we are now back in the library website. At the top of the library website, you see these tabs to different information. In the center, you have some of the major links to resources. If I click on the Get Help link or the Get Help tab, here you will see all different ways where you can get help if you have a question. For instance, we have a chat online with the librarian. This is 24 hours, 7 days a week. So if you click on the link, click to start a chat, a pop-up will appear where you can just type in your name, your email and your question, then click Start Chat, and somebody on the other end will try to answer your question real time. The types of questions I get are things like, I have a class in 10 minutes and need 3 peer-reviewed articles on this topic, or I have this document and I need to cite it in APA 7th edition. How do I do that? So you can ask us any question. If I go back, so that was Chat Online with a Librarian. We also have a research centre on Library North first floor for in-person assistance where you can ask a question face to face, or you can call us. You can also make a research appointment by just clicking on Make an Appointment, followed by Request a Research Consultation, and there you can put in your major, your course name and number. You can decide the format of your consultation, in person or online, your preferred times to meet, the date, topic, resources checked, as well as your preferred librarian, and click on Submit. If I go back, there also is a self-help FAQs. So if you type in a few keywords to see where those keywords have appeared throughout all the questions that have been asked. For instance, if I type in peer-reviewed, click on search, and these are all the questions where those keywords have appeared. Let's just click on the first one, and here you'll see the answer to the question, how do I search for peer-reviewed journal articles? And indeed, some resources have a checkbox where you just click on peer-reviewed, and that will allow them to retrieve all documents that have gone through a peer-reviewed process. If I go back, that's Get Help. Then you have the hours and events in the library, information about the library, information of the faculty staff. Under Study Make, you can request a study space for group work or just self-study. And here all you need to do is just click on Make a Study Room Reservation. Usually we need to put in your username and password, and then you get into this page. Type in the number of students, submit, and they'll ask you more questions like the time and the date that you want the actual room. If I go back, so under Study Make, you can request study spaces, study room. I also just want to mention Makerspaces. If you click on that, Makerspaces are rooms that contain tools and materials for you to use. They are located on Library North's second floor. If I click on the reservation page where you can reserve one of these rooms, you can see here that the rooms contain a laser cutter for you to reserve, or vinyl cutter, sewing machines, bookmaking, button making, podcast studio, and virtual reality. If I go back, and if I scroll down a wee bit, I also would like to mention the Innovation Centre on Library North's second floor. If I click on this link, you will see that the Innovation Centre is a glass room on Library North's second floor. And inside the room, you'll see different units where you can reserve to work on. So we have 3D printing, different smart boards, computers, a virtual reality section. If I move down a bit, here you'll see some pictures of some of the tools that we have for you to use. And this can be done by group work or by yourselves. To make a reservation, just click Make a Reservation. Okay, if I go back, so I just talked about Study Make, making room reservations, and Makerspace reservations. If I go below the Borrow tab, I just want to mention Interlibrary Loan. If I click on this link for Interlibrary Loan or Iliad, Interlibrary Loan is a free service offered by the library that allows you to request anything you need for your studies that we don't have access to at the university. It could be a book, an article that we don't have, a report, or some sort of document. To request an item, click on Interlibrary Loan Login, and you all should be able to log in. So this is my Interlibrary Loan, and you can request an item on the left side, for instance an article, book chapter, conference paper, etc. So if you want an article that we don't have in the library, click on that, put in the information about that document. Here you need to put in the title of the journal or conference proceedings, If you have the volume, put the volume, issue, month, year, pages, etc. You will need to put in the article title, so you need to plug that in. And at the bottom, just click on Submit Request. It will come to us and we'll try to find it for you within 1 or 2 days. If it's a PDF, you get it through the email, and there you go straight to your account and just click on All Requests, and here you'll see all my requests throughout the years here. If it's a physical object, you will probably need to pick it up at the circulation desk on Library South, 1st floor. Okay, if I go back, so the Interlibrary Loan service was under the Borrow tab. You can go to it through the Interlibrary Loan or Iliad link, or you can log into your account by clicking on My Iliad Login. Under the Find tab, you have more resources, some of which you can have direct links in the center of a library website. For instance, if I click on Databases, here you will see all databases that we have available for you to use. At the top, there is an A to Z list, so if you know the name of a database, you can go straight to it. We also have the link here, or box, where you can link to different databases based on subject area. So if I select chemistry and biochemistry, this will bring up all resources, databases, relevant to chemistry and biochemistry. And on the right side, you'll see the librarian that deals with these resources. Here you see a picture of me, and below me you have my contact information, including my email address. So if you have a question, you can always send me an email. If I go back, if I click on Research Guides in the center or under the Find tab, just click on Research Guides, you come to a page that contains all guides. These are online guides that librarians have created for different subject areas and different classes. The default is under My Subject, but if you go to All Guides and scroll down a wee bit, you'll see a guide for Chemistry 306A. This is this class, so if you click on this guide, or this link, and this is the guide that I'll be using to do all the videos for this class. So the videos that you'll be watching will contain library exploration, resources, services, and hands-on assignment. That's this video. The next one will deal with effective database searches, mastering search techniques. Then I will show you how to register with SciFinder. Then I will show you how to use SciFinder. There will also be a video on Scopus Basics, navigating academic literature, as well as a video on lab safety essentials using the material safety data sheets and PubChem. And finally, I'll have a video on searching for spectra, and in particular IR spectra and GC chromatograms. So at the top of this online guide, you have tabs, and you can move from one tab to the next. So if I click on the Assignment tab, so here you'll see the assignment for this class. You will be given, or will be able to pick, the names of 2 compounds from a list. For each compound, you are required to turn in the following for this assignment. You will need to turn in the chemical structure of each compound, the CAS or Chemical Abstract Service Registry number for each compound. You also need to provide a screenshot or PDF of an entire research article in the primary literature, which contains an abstract and an experimental section for each compound. Now, the article must deal with the chemical or biochemical aspects of a compound, such as its synthesis, characterization, analysis, and/or reactions. You also need to provide a screenshot of the search page from SciFinder or Scopus, depending on which one you've been using, which shows the result of the search for each research article. Finally, you will need to highlight the name of each assigned compound as it appears in the research article and search page. The assignment will need to be turned into Titanium or your TA. Okay, so that's pretty much for the assignment. So what I want you to do is first find the CHEM 306A online guide and continue to the next video. That's it for now. Thank you for listening.